Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just a glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already dead. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still feel me. Kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You were shook when Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Finding room inside the 40. Fighting his way through contact. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. They're spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And right away, he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dumps it off to Lewis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a toss play to Lewis. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, it's Lewis. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and he looked like one of those guys.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Off the toss, Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yards.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback. As that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mariota now on second down. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Let's go.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Returnable for Dorsett. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they're running right through it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Back to the air, Luck on second down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Locke. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On third down, that's Lewis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Nice move by Lewis. And out of bounds right around the 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Flush to his... And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Hines, and he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
11Z.
They're going to go. It's locked. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
12. Monday.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Off of play action. Luck. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Lewis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go. One.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Dayon Buchanan. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he finds his target. It's sharp. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Throwing is Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. It's Luck. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Hilton. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. And that's exactly what they did there.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Hurry. 11Z. Check out.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He can run for it, and he will. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, second and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. The Colts on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here. This is Hines. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on fourth down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Not going to keep it on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And as a result, they could have had the lead with a field goal. Instead, they turn the ball over on downs. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right there. All day, baby.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Come back, come back.
Now it's the backup Gabber. And Davis went it left side. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Powers through. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Gabbert escaping the pressure right. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
You're right.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
11Z.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Open space inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, a 23-yard run. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And did the Titans get this? Yes, Tennessee football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock. And he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Hey, easy. 12.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is taken in at the 5. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Well, we know that someone has absolutely no fear. 4th down, they throw it downfield. That ball was competed for by both the defender and the guy catching it, and he comes down with it. Now they got 1st and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They have the football, they're looking good, but the lead is just 2, so any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Gabbert here wants to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Two jets! Come back!
Gabbert steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Lewis very quickly finding his footing in this tightened backfield as his guys come up 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 5. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Gabbert to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.